Welcome to my programming course to build an e-commerce website exactly like Amazon.com. In this course, you will learn the essential tools and skills to build an e-commerce website exactly like Amazon.com. My name is Basir and I'm your instructor in this course. After 15 years of programming in international companies like ROI Vision in Montreal, I just found my passion in teaching programming. For last 4 years, I've been tutoring more than 100 successful students around the world. I designed this course for anyone seeking to develop a fully functional website like Amazon.com. By the end of this course, you'll be able to design a professional web template, create a user-friendly front-end, and build a scalable back-end. Also, you can connect your e-commerce website to a payment gateway like PayPal and publish that on the internet. You need to open the code editor along with me and start coding throughout this course. I teach you web design using HTML and CSS, user interactivity by JavaScript, implement front-end using React and Redux, and build a web API using Node and MongoDB. This course is for non-coders or juniors who want to be a professional web developer and find a job in more than 22 million job opportunities around the world. No requirement is necessary for this course, and having a passion of coding is enough. Feel free to take a look at the course preview and enroll if it's along with your ambitions. If you are interested in this course, please like the video and subscribe to my channel to get the latest update on this course. Here I'm gonna have an introduction to Amazon course. We are going to build a fully functional e-commerce website like Amazon using MERN Stack. This course is for beginners and advanced developers. If you are new to web development, the first 40 lessons of this course are for you. By the end of these lessons, you will implement following features: product list in homepage and product details in details screen, product category in sidebar, review products and show ratings, search products and product search screen, handle add to cart and create shopping cart screen, checkout wizard to get shipping information, payment method, and show a summary of that order, payment using PayPal, and show the profile of users and also order history of the user. By the end of this lesson, you will learn HTML5 and CSS3 including Flexbox, CSS Grid to design website, React.js to implement a fully functional front-end using Create React App, Redux to manage state of your whole React application in a predictable manner, Node.js and Express.js to build a scalable backend in a modular way, Mongo's Object Data Mapper to model data and create relationship between them, JSON Web Token to authenticate users and HTTP requests, Bcrypt.js to encrypt password in the database, MongoDB Atlas service to create and manage cloud-based database, Heroku Cloud Server to publish your web application on the internet, and at the end, Payment API to make real payment in your e-commerce website. So you as a junior developer will build a fully functional e-commerce website that you can put it in your portfolio or present it as a side project in your next job interview and get your dream job. If you are an advanced developer, the last 30 lessons satisfy your needs. You will implement real-world features like sales statistics and charts on admin dashboard, manage products to create and update products and upload images, manage orders and set orders as a delivered In the admin dashboard, manage users, define rules for your users like seller, customer, and etc. Convert your e-commerce website to a multi-vendor e-commerce website like Amazon and define sellers. Online supports your customers using online chat with admin. Handle password and reset password. Send emails for creating, paying, and delivering orders to customers. Choose shipping address on the Google Map and detect the location of customer. Implement other ways of payment like Stripe and a lot more features. What you will learn as an advanced developer at the end of this course is Google Map API to show maps and location on the screen, Socket.io in front end and in back end to chat online with customers, MongoDB transaction for inventory management, advanced MongoDB query for product search by department, price, and category filter, Mailgun API to send emails for order receipts, forget password, and reset password, advanced JSON Web Token to implement forget and reset password, implement a Stripe API to make payment by credit card right on your website, display professional charts using Google Charts, publish your website on AWS Light Sales Service, and you will learn a lot more. So at the end of this lesson, you will have a fully functional e-commerce website and you will learn how to build this using MernStack. This lesson is about installing tools for web development. The first tools we're gonna use is VS Code. VS Code is a code editor to write our code and also to run them in the browser. To install VS Code, open your browser and go to this address, code.visualstudio.com, and then click on this link. Based on your operating system, you could use Windows or Linux. After clicking on download button, you will be redirected to a new page and a new file will be downloaded in your computer. By clicking on the downloaded file and following the steps, you're gonna have VS Code on your computer. If you are using Windows, from Start menu, you can get access to VS Code, and if you are using Mac, by pressing Command space and typing code, you will have VS Code window like this. That's it about installing VS Code. Let's go for the browser. The second tools for web development is a web browser. In this course, we're gonna use Google Chrome because it has a great developer tools for us and make the development much faster and easier. Just go to google.com/Chrome and then click on blue download button. Like VS Code, you just need to run the downloaded file and follow the instruction to have Google Chrome. After installing, you will have a window like this. Beside code editor and web browser, we need Node.js. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime that is super helpful for us to build web application. In the backend of this course, we're gonna use Node.js as a backend, and also in the front end, we use Node.js to build and run React application. To install Node.js, go to this address, nodejs.com/en, and in this screen, click on this icon, and Node.js installation file will be downloaded. Like other files, just run it and follow the installation instruction. You may need to restart your computer to apply Node.js installation to your computer to make sure that you successfully installed Node.js. Open your VS Code. From terminal menu, click on new terminal and type node-v and press enter. You will see v14.8.0. This version is for current date, and for yours it's gonna be newer. The next tools we're gonna use is MongoDB. MongoDB is the database for this course, and it's a NoSQL database which is gonna have all of our products, orders, and users. To install MongoDB, check this address, mongodb.com/try download community. We're gonna install the community edition because it's free. After going to this address, scroll down to get available downloads, and here accept the default and click on download. Based on your operating system, you may change it to Windows or Linux. After downloading, like other downloaded files, run the downloaded file, follow the instruction, and have MongoDB on your computer. Also, the MongoDB Community Edition doesn't have any UI to show your database and collections. To have a UI, you can check Campus from MongoDB. Go to this address, mongodb.com/try download Campus, and install Campus. Campus is a UI interface that shows all of your database collections, and the last tools that we're gonna use in this project is Postman. Postman is a platform for API development, and when we create an API for our project, to test that API and make sure that it works perfect, we use Postman. To install Postman, you need to sign up in this website, postman.com, and you can sign up using Google. And after installing, you will get a link to download the Postman in your computer. And after installing that, you will get a window like this. In this window, you can enter a URL, set the HTTP verb, set the body, and send the request. And by having these tools, you can test your API before launching them. Great, that's all tools that we're gonna use in this project. By having these tools and software, we are ready to create an awesome e-commerce website using MernStack. See you on next lesson. This is the first coding lesson for this course. What we're gonna do in this lesson is to create a very basic template for our e-commerce website. We will build an HTML document which contains this template: a header, a content section for products, and a footer. To check the codes of this lesson, open this link in github.com/basir/amazona, and you will have all codes in this lesson. Okay, open your VS Code by pressing Command space in Mac or from Start menu in Windows, and search for code and run Visual Studio Code. Okay, let's start coding. The first step is gonna be creating a folder named Amazona and add it to VS Code. From File menu, select Add Folder to Workspace, select Desktop, and click New Folder, set folder name to Amazona, click Create, and go to this folder and click Add. Now, if you click on Explorer icon, you will see empty Amazona folder right here. What we're gonna do at this step is to create a template folder inside Amazona, Template, and inside template folder, right click and create new file. Set file name to index.html. Here we are going to create web template of Amazona. To do that, first of all, let's create a basic HTML document. It starts with angle bracket, exclamation mark, doc type, and type HTML and close the angle bracket. By having this line, we set the version of HTML to 5. The next element is HTML itself. Inside HTML, we have two sections: head for entering metadata about this document, and body for putting content of this document. For header, I'm going to set the title of this document. That's what you see in your browser tab. Set it to Amazona. In the body section, I'm going to create a div. Div is a HTML element that make it possible for you to create different sections. Inside this div, create 3 sections: header, main, and footer. We can set class to elements. For div, I'm going to set class to grid container because I'm going to use CSS grid in this lesson, and here is the main container for my grid. In the header section, I'm going to create 2 div. The first div is gonna be on the left side, and it's a link to the index.html current document, and the caption of this link is gonna be Amazona. Second div is a bunch of links. The first link is gonna be cart.html, and the caption is cart. And second link is gonna be sign in.html. Sign in. We have done the header part. Let's go for the main part. In the main part, we are going to create a list of items. I'm gonna use this simple list, li product 1, 2, 3, and 4. We need to make it better later. And the last part is about footer. All right, reserved. Save your file. Right click on index.html and select Reveal in Finder. Double click on your file, and here is the result. For the rest of this lesson, I'm going to convert this style to this one. Create dark background, link in the left and right side, and a footer like this. Let's go for it. The first step is gonna be creating a CSS file because we are going to add some CSS. Right click on template, new file, set file name to style.css, and we need to link this file to this HTML document. To do that, right before title, create a link element, set relation to style sheet, and set href to style.css and close it. It's gonna be like this. I'm ready to add some style. The first style that I'm going to add is this, HTML. And in the HTML, I'm setting font size to 62.5%. Let's create a comment using /*/ and here I'm going to explain why I'm using 62.5%. The default font size for browser is 16 pixel. If you multiply that by 62.5, the result is gonna be 10 pixel. 10 pixel is gonna be 1 rem. Rem is a new measurement that is equal to this value. What you need to do is to just multiply that rem by 10 to get the real number in pixel. The second setting for HTML is setting box sizing to border box. By having this setting, it's easier to manage boxes, add padding, border, and margin. The next style is gonna be for body. First of all, by default, we have a margin around body. We are going to get rid of it. The next setting is gonna be setting height to full height. It's gonna be 100 viewport height, VH. And the last setting is gonna be setting font. Font size is 1.6 rem. Based on this explanation, it's gonna be 16 pixel. And font family, I'm going to use Helvetica because it's a sans serif font. Helvetica. For the screen that doesn't have Helvetica, I set it to Arial, and the last one is gonna be sans serif. That's it about the basic styling. Let's go back to web browser and refresh. As you see, there is no margin and the font is Helvetica. The next step is gonna be adding a style for header, content, and footer and make it similar to this. Let's go for it. I'm gonna create a comment for layout to split this style based on their topic. In the index.html, the main div class name is grid container. Copy this, put a dot and paste it right here, and inside curly bracket, let's add some style. The first style is setting display to grid. Grid is a new layout system for CSS which is very responsive and flexible. When you set the display to grid, you need to define grid templates area. Set grid templates area, put enter, and here inside single quotes, create 3 sections: header, another single quote, main, and the last one is gonna be footer. After setting areas, you need to define your rows and columns. Let's start for grid template columns. This website has only one column. There is no sidebar in left or right side. So I just make it one fragment. And for the rows, make it 3. Header is gonna be 5 rem 50 pixel. The rest of the screen is for main, 1 fragment, and the last 50 pixel is gonna be for footer. And don't forget to set height to 100%. That's it about grid container. Based on this document, header, main, and footer. What I'm gonna do is start with header. For header, set grid area to header. What's the meaning of this line? We are connecting this element to the header template. So it's gonna be like a placeholder, and here is gonna be put inside this placeholder. Set background color to dark, like this, 20, 30, 40. It's gonna be dark blue. And that's it for header. Let's go for main section. Connect grid area to main and create a padding around it. Padding to 1 rem. And the last one is gonna be footer. For footer, set grid area to footer. And like header, set background color to dark blue. Great. The last setting for footer is color, and set color to white. I always use hexadecimal color code instead of having other systems because it's much better. Let's check the result. Refresh your page. So we are going to get close to this style. The next step is gonna be working on header. I'm going to put Amazona in the left side and move cart and sign in on the right side. To do that, I'm gonna use flex. So to use flex, what we need to do is to create a row class. .row is going to create item next to each other, not in separate lines. To do that, we need to set display to flex. To make rows responsive, set flex wrap to wrap. So if there is no enough space, it's gonna be in separate lines. And create maximum distance between items in a row. To set that, justify content to space between. And the last setting for it is gonna be creating vertically center. Align items center. That's it for rows. I can use rows inside index.html as a class for header, because I'm going to have this div and this div, which are child of header, in one line. Set class to row and save it. And here, refresh. As you see, we have Amazona in left side and links in right side. The next step is gonna be removing underline from links. Right after header, I'm going to create a section for common. It's gonna be common classes. Add set anchor text decoration to noun. It's gonna remove underline from links. And if hover happens on a link, change color to orange, FF8000. The next step is gonna be adding a style for headers. Create a section for header, and for links inside header, change the color to white. Color equal to white. And create padding around them. Padding equal to 1 rem. And it should be for links inside header. Header A means that all links inside header. Save it and refresh your page. It's gonna be white. And when you move mouse over them, it's gonna be orange. But for brand, which is Amazona, it's a bit different. I'm not gonna change the color like regular links, and also I'm going to make it bigger. To do that, in the index.html for Amazona, set class to brand, and inside the style.css, right after header A, create anchor that has brand class. Set color to white, font size super big, 3 rem, and font weight to bold. So as you see, we have done with the header part, and very similar to this one. Let's go for footer. For footer, what I'm gonna do is to add a subclass to row. .row.center. If it's center, set justify content to center. That's it. By having this inside index.html and in the footer section, class equal to row center, here is the result. You see, it's center aligned vertically and horizontally. Okay, that's it for this lesson. Let's review what we did together. First of all, we created a template folder, and inside that index.html, we set the title Amazona and linked that to style.css. In the index.html, we created 3 sections: header, main, and footer. And we added some style like making brand link, header links, product section, and also a footer which is center aligned vertically and horizontally. In the style.css, we added some style for header, body, and also for links, and also for header and footer. Great, that's it for this lesson. See you on next lesson. In this lesson, we are going to create a list of products in web templates. What we're gonna do in this lesson is to create a thumbnails like this, which includes product image, product name, product ratings, and product price. We're gonna use Flexbox to put items next to each other. And also in each product thumbnail, we're gonna use Font Awesome to show stars like this. and also add style to price and make product image and product name linkable to the product details page. To check the code of this lesson, visit this link, and then you will see index.html codes changes right here. Let's get into it. To display product list,